Yeah, so actually, how are the fucking roads on the way up here?
They're ass in some sections.
Yeah.
Like, straight up slow down. I just got new tires, and there's spots where I just slow down anyways. And it's way different out here than it is on the coast. It's, I'd say on the way from the 371 to here, just be slow.
Just be slow.
Just be slow.
It's not bad. I got good tires too.
Yeah, you got a big truck, you're fine.
Oh man.
Hey,
So
pull your mics closer to you.
all right. I like to lean back a lot, so yep. Ooh, thanks. Words of wisdom from the mad producer back here. Thank you. How's that now? Testing testicles. 1, 2.
You're good.
All right.
Testing.
You're good.
All right.
Nice. So this week I'm sitting here with Trevor. I met him through working, let's just say, at a dispensary.
Yeah.
I'll leave it up to you if you want to shout it out or not.
Oh.
But we know each other for a little bit and got to talking, and I wanted to bring him on, hear a little bit of his background and story into for one, you're working at a dispensary. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
There's a reason why you chose to get into that.
Yeah.
And then you also said that there's a real important issue you wanted to talk about, get off your chest,
Yeah.
and shed light on. So,
Oh yeah, of course.
so with that, tell me a little bit about your background and what makes you do what you're doing.
Well, damn, where do I start on that one? Yeah, I'm in a dispensary, and I never thought I would be at a dispensary. If you look at my listed credentials and whatnot, let's say the legacy that I've laid out before me in my 30 plus years here, I was born in the illegal mix of this, I was born in Northern California, and, drug dealers and things, if you look at the demographic of Northern California, Anderson, California, it's a lot of wildfires, number one, so there's trauma there. Number two, there's meth everywhere. And yeah, there was a lot of weed, and amongst other things. So I've died as a child from meth, just by accident. So hard drugs, I stay away from those. But the weed portion, right? So as a child in this mix, because I never expected to be here, a child is a perfect scapegoat in the mix of things like that. There was a deal that went bad. My mom.
Okay.
Some deal went bad, didn't go through or something. And this is like my earliest experience with the plant. I was handed this big old silver platter. There had to be 2 ounces. I know the weight now. I didn't know back then. There had to be like 2 ounces on this damn thing. It was a lot of money back then, late 90s.
Sure. Yep.
So, I get handed this platter, and I'm told to just get rid of it. Don't tell her where. And I walk out. I grew up on 5 acres. So I walk out through blackberry vines and everything out there, and I have this pond out there. And I sling this big old tray of weed across, create this green hue across the top of the water. And that was my job. I got rid of weed. And if the deals went through, I would take them to where I got rid of the weed. But this, I learned not to throw it in the water anymore, because I got to see this weird-looking old man just run out in the water and start freaking out. I walked him out there, and I just pointed across the water, and then he was like, "Oh no, fuck," He starts running out there, and he's picking up, and he's blowing the weed chunks, and he's putting in his shirt, and he's out there, this grown man. I'm a child watching this grown man freak out over a plant. You know, and he's like, I can save it. He's blowing it. I didn't understand how important any of it was at that time.
So how old were you? Do you
I
think?
must have been 5, 6,
Okay.
something like that.
Okay.
You know, unfortunately,
No idea what's going on.
what was
right?
going on, any of it. There were
Yep.
people at our house all the time, and I grew up in a trap house, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know, lights would go out. You know, we would run extension cords from the neighbor's house to ours to keep power on sometimes. I'd see my mom run out there with the pliers to turn the water back on after the company left.
Mm-hmm.
You know, little things like that. So, just, it's like really illegal shit. And I ended up going in foster care
Okay.
because of all this stuff and whatnot, you know, and the fact that I already partially died, or whatever you want to call it, on my way to the hospital from a meth cloud in our own home.
Mm-hmm.
I inhaled too much
Yep.
secondhand. You know, I
It's-
never wanted to be in this mix.
Yeah.
Never. I never thought I would be. You know, I went through foster care. Got to Washington with my father, and I won't be name dropping him. You know, the man doesn't need to be recognized. He put hands on me. You know, there's a police report out there. The man tried to murder me.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else had to call the cops to save me, kind of thing. And I went with my aunt and uncle. You know, I could elaborate on that, but this isn't the place. Went with my aunt and uncle, and I finished growing up in Arlington, Washington. I went to high school there, and you know, it was the safest environment. And I met my wife there. You know, I was married for 10 years, divorced, but before my ex-wife, like the love of my life, I met in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know she was the love of my life until after first marriage. But aside the point, I went through the Marine Corps in January 2014, and I got out January 2018. I was a 3521 automotive maintenance technician, which is basically just a mechanic
Okay.
on Humvees, big trucks.
Turning a lot of wrenches.
Right? A lot. A lot of dark times growing up and whatnot, and I picked up drinking.
Okay.
I put on some bad weight and whatnot in the Corps from drinking. It was a coping mechanism,
Oh yeah, definitely.
you know. Meet a lot of close friends through the Marine Corps and whatnot, but drinking, shit show. I wanted to kill myself quite a few times on alcohol, and you know, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So, not going too far into the Corps much at the moment. We can later. I get out of the Corps. I go through 2 trade schools. Northwest Lineman College. I graduate. I go West Coast training, which is mobile crane, tower crane. I could have got my CDL there, but when I got out of the Corps, I started smoking weed, right?
Okay.
Because my 24th birthday, my last year in the Corps, I just didn't like how I looked anymore. It wasn't me I was looking at. You know, I wasn't happy. It was just an odd turn of events. I just woke up one morning, I looked in the mirror, and I didn't like who I was. So, cold turkey the first time around.
From drinking.
From drinking.
Okay.
From drinking.
First time around.
First time, yeah.
Okay.
I'm on my second attempt now.
Okay.
We'll get to that. So, first time, I pretty much restricted myself to I'm not drinking at all, only if it's with a friend that I haven't seen for a long time or just recreationally out and about. It's not going to be in the house. So, I was just kind of enabling myself, I guess, or whatnot, and still smoking weed at the same time and whatnot, and discovering that the shit show that I was born into actually has some great, I don't know, PTSD suppressing factors and whatnot. That's what I'm using. I'm on medication courtesy of the Corps as well. But the weed works better. It does. It helps me eat, helps me sleep and whatnot. But I got out of the Corps, and first time I ingest weed is it's with my mother. you know, the one that was in the mix of it all. You know, I love my mom to death.
Mm-hmm.
I got to keep her at arm's length here and there.
Sure, you know your boundaries that you
Yeah.
gotta have and keep to
Yeah.
have a healthy relationship.
There's
But weed brought you back together.
We did. It did. It's an
Nice,
amazing plant.
Nice.
It is. So, anyways, health problems present themselves after a bit of drinking on and off and whatnot. I'm pretty much not drinking. I don't even know. Like, I just essentially still wanted a better life because I was still married at the time. There was hiccups in the marriage.
How much did that play into the drinking?
It played a little bit. You know, all said and done, yes, there was betrayal, there was affairs, but her and I both grew as a person. We have a son together, and we understand that, you know, from both backgrounds. You know, I grew up in shit. Ex-wife grew up in some shit too. We both understand that a child is precious, and you can't be having a war over your child's head.
Right.
You can't. You know, I've been through 27 house raids in that bullshit as a child. You know, you're sitting there at the dinner table and playing with your toys and whatnot, and suddenly the back door blows off its hinges, and dudes in black fucking ski masks shit through the whole house. And then they take your mom and throw her on the ground and whatnot. It's crazy shit, you know? You know, rightfully so. It was awful how I did go into foster care, but it was good it happened in the long run, honestly. I'm a lot stronger, I feel, on the spiritual path. Like I said, that first time not drinking, we moved out here to this state because I wanted to fix myself. I wanted to fix the relationship. We had a son, and I needed more support rather than getting extorted in Washington and whatnot. So I moved out here and started attempting getting a house. Ex-wife's her own person. You know, this is the build-up to a relapse with drinking.
Okay.
Ex-wife's her own person. You know, yeah, we were staying in a really small place. You know, more than one person, and obviously it was like a handful of people. One of the rooms about the size of this, you know. And out of the blue, she got a plane ticket and went to go stay with her mom and whatnot. And I don't know, this is just another teetering point and whatnot. But ultimately, we decided to separate. And you know, I kept my wits for a little bit until the paperwork was signed, but I relapsed because I didn't feel anything and I wanted to feel. So I picked up.
Interesting. You chose to
I wasn't,
go that way
to feel.
Interesting. It's the other way around, like it was for me. Like when.
No, I would say from my upbringing. Oh, cool! It didn't even spill.
Nice.
So.
Good.
Right.
Always a win.
I would say from my upbringing, there's certain lack of empathy in some areas. Maybe I'm in therapy, I talk about this, but in certain areas, I find it hard to care about things. You know, I tell my wife now that, yeah, I have attachment issues, and it's rightfully so.
Fair enough.
And the bonds that I've created, I'm not going to let go of very easily.
The few that you wanted to create
that I
and be
wanted
a part
to.
of. Yeah.
So I relapsed to feel something. Oh, and I felt. Oh, I cried hard. You can ask my brothers, the ones I served with that were with me that night. I cried hard. I cried like a little bitch.
They let you know, didn't
I
they?
don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
Well, say what you want.
All
We
right.
believe in free speech around here.
Thank you. It's branded on my back. So yeah, I bawled hard, and I didn't stop drinking. You know, and I lied to myself thinking, you know, I'd tell myself I have it under control. And I'd go through and it wasn't just an easement into it. No, I full-hearted relapsed. A whole bottle, practically a bottle every other night.
Captain by chance?
Captain,
man?
Jack,
That's what Captain. Mm-hmm.
Pendleton rum, Pendleton whiskey, I think. Yeah, Pendleton
Dark
whiskey.
liquors.
Yeah, the dark ones.
That's what I drank.
It
Yep.
was a dark hole. Dark. I was depressed. I was an asshole too. So amidst all that,
Was an asshole. What are you talking about?
well,
It's okay to be an asshole.
There's certain things in this day and age,
You-
certain things from being out from California, coming out here. I can't stand passive aggressive, man. Can't stand it. It's like be
We need a
in
little
my
more
face.
asshole
I'm
these
trying to be
days.
in your face.
Mhm.
Don't back away from me, please. I crave this. I crave it. So, anyways, through my relapse and whatnot, I rekindled an old flame with my wife now. I drove 3,000 miles to get this woman.
Reminds me of a
And
song.
drinking. Oh yeah, right. I drove 3,000. Brad, why 5,000 miles?
Anyway,
wherever.
yeah.
Yeah, so 1,500 miles one way from here to Arizona, and then on the way back, courtesy of my health problems, I start getting sick. I throw up for 3 days straight. I don't know if it's upper Crohn's or it's GERD or whatnot. I'm on that trek with the VA.
Trying
Whatever.
to figure that out with them.
Oh, it's a great trek. I'm on like year 2018 till now, whatever. Handful, right?
I hear they're real efficient over there.
They're great.
Mhm.
They're great. You're only on hold for 2 days.
Oh, that's not too bad.
It's not bad.
No,
No.
not at all.
That's fine. So,
Something could be worked on
right.
there.
Now,
just saying.
a lot of my sickness could have been attributed to how much I was drinking.
Mhm.
I was drinking like a leaking keg.
It's not that good for you.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't. Bad, I was an at-home salesman for a little bit too. During this
Wink at home sales, huh?
Yeah, right. No, on the phone. I was
We've all
on the
been
computer
there.
all day. I was selling lawn care, believe it or not.
Oh,
So
no,
I'm a
nice.
mechanic, and I got this legacy of all this random shit. Marine, tower, mobile, lineman, all this.
So you've had a thing for poles
A
for a
plethora.
while.
I've lived a
Lineman.
multitude of lives, and just one night through that drinking, I'm a lush when it comes to drinking too. I want to be lovey and whatnot. And she wasn't my wife at the time, but I tell her to get in the tub with me. I want to shower together.
Just
It's a little-
romantic.
Yeah,
you.
I'm a lush and
It's
whatnot,
okay.
and I start getting sick. Believe it or not, I start shitting in the tub. I start throwing up in the tub.
Dang, she does love you.
Fuck yeah, she loves me. I'm committed.
She,
Committed.
All right.
So anyway, she gets out of the tub, rightfully so. I'm offended. I'm still throwing up and whatnot. We get the whole fire department, or that whole segment of their office. They all see me naked and everything, and I think it was a bottle of like 90 proof vodka. A whole bottle with like lemon peels.
ooh.
Good God, I downed the whole thing. They're like, "What'd you do?" I don't know. I pointed at the bottle, and I remember them going, "Oh." Oh. So, anyways, I believe I was in the ambulance that night. But I was told I was about to be on that liver list.
Mhm.
My liver, fatty liver disease and whatnot, the blood tests and everything, alcohol poisoning, all that. My liver was about to teeter, so
It was about ready to
That
tell
was-
you where to go.
that was as we call it in the alcoholic area, that was my moment of clarity. First one was a tease. That one was, you're gonna die, or whatnot. That's how I took it.
Open your eyes, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, me and hundreds of other people, we call it Cali sober.
Mm-hmm.
The math could be wrong, but I believe this upcoming May, I'm going to be 5 years sober. The math could be wrong. I know
Oh,
how
yeah.
to be wrong,
Hell yeah.
but 5 years.
Nice.
5 years sober this time. It was 2 years the first time. So ultimately...
You know what? I was gonna say, you said 5 years, right?
Yeah.
I can't wait until you don't remember how long.
I can't wait for that either. Thank you. No, that'd be good. Thank you.
Like, because I know I'm getting to the point to where I got to think about it for a minute.
Yeah.
To like, wait, how long has it been? And
So-
I'm even thinking about it right now.
Oh, cool.
I can't.
Me too.
Oh, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah, producer over here. Yeah, he
Right? No,
seconds
'cause
the motion.
I guess I'm getting close to that because the math could be wrong, and
Mhm.
I know how to be wrong.
Yep.
So,
But that's a good thing. That's
Yeah.
something we can look forward to. And
but
hell yeah.
you know, through the stretch and whatnot, it took me 3 years to buy a house, and you know, second attempt through sobriety and all that. Bought a house. I moved, and lo and behold, weed gets legal in this state. And a dispensary opens up.
What a good time.
What a good
good
time.
time to be here.
What
You're
a good
welcome.
time. I no longer have to go to a street corner down south and establish some street cred and some reputation. Like, hey, you know, I'm good for it. You know, I
Right.
no longer have to do that. You know, I start, you know, I find a new community. The one I had in Oakland, the one you know, nobody's smoking weed in the core.
No, they wouldn't do that there.
And if they do, they pop.
They
do,
only
pop.
eat the green crayons.
Yeah, yeah.
That's as close as they get.
Red.
What,
I like the red one.
to eat-
Sometimes
to eat.
white for strawberries and cream.
Ooh. Ooh. Interesting.
Sometimes, gotta mix them up. So yeah, this dispensary opens up, and
Feel free to say it. There's
yeah,
nothing-
Sweetest Grass Dispensary, right?
yeah.
Like it's a great
Yeah,
spot. I love
we
the
were
people
both there, which is okay
Right?
to be proud of it.
Yeah, I am proud of it. You know, I love it there. I tell the community that my knowledge base sometimes better fits a pawn shop. Because I got stupid knowledge. I'm a collector of random knowledge and skill. I've lived way too many lives.
Mhm.
Everything from the emerald tablets to, I don't know, maybe the chemical compound of kerosene. Okay, so, I don't know. I started going into this dispensary. It was very welcoming and kept going in there. I only lived like a half hour away from it on Sundays, and I go in there continuously, and I'm welcomed with I feel with love, and I'm told to apply. I'm told to apply. You know, I apply, and
Who told you to apply? Well, just out of curiosity.
Cree.
Nice.
Cree did, and then Carmen straight up told me to apply on Indeed or LinkedIn or what it was.
Said to do that. So how did you hear the dispensary? Just curious, out of curiosity.
I smelt it out. I'm from Cali, bro.
Well, I mean,
No, I'm joking. I looked it up.
looked it
I
up?
kept looking up places because this state was weird.
so you found it on Facebook?
No,
No?
I don't think I did.
Google?
Something like
Something
that.
like that.
Something like that. I
You
smoked
were,
too much.
you were like, let me find weed.
Yeah.
And your phone said,
Maybe
okay.
it was word of mouth or something like that. But yeah, it popped up. Sweetest Grass.
Like right when it opened, or was it there
No,
for
a
a
month
while?
after. A
Okay,
month
that's not
after.
too
So
bad.
we opened
That's
up
not too
June
bad.
of last year.
So word got around pretty quick.
Yeah, it got, well,
Good.
at least to me, because there's some people out there still that come up.
I know,
and
right?
like, well, how long has this place been open? It's like,
Isn't
"Oh,
that
since
wild?"
Last year. And they're like, what? And I'm like, dude, you didn't smell it out?
I was like, how do you not
It's on
know
the
this?
air.
Right.
How do you not know? So, anyways, I'm told to apply. I get in. I do miss Stephanie. She was great. I overheard her say, like, why can't he start today? You know, I had to put in my 2 weeks with my last job.
I remember the time when that's back when I was doing the Facebook and all that stuff.
Right? Your picture was still on the wall.
My bad. That's okay. I'm working on retrieval.
Right?
That, see if I can't buy that or something. I don't know.
Right.
What I gotta do? What do I gotta do? No.
So,
Anyways.
it's a great spot. I start working, and all I start thinking about is my mom. You know?
Okay.
You know, just being behind the counter and whatnot. It's not hard drugs. It's not meth and everything.
We're not Oregon.
No. No. God. Fucking Portland. Build a wall around that one.
Mm.
But, Damn. No, I think about my mom and whatnot, because my mom used to sing like La Multa, La Multa, La Multa.
Okay.
You know, I believe that's like marijuana or in Spanish or something like that.
No
I
idea.
believe. I'm probably wrong, but anyways, she claimed it, and you know, mom's always right.
Yep.
So she could be wrong, but she won't say that. But
There's some slang for sure.
some slang. But anyways, it's just people come in and they're excited, and I just remember the terror behind it, and this is what it should be, and I'm watching other individuals get clean off this. I've seen certain individuals come in.
I know quite a few people that have.
Yeah.
It's been a big help to
It's
you.
big, you know.
Yeah.
I'm coming up on a year of working on at this place, and at this point, I wanna retire from there. You know, if I have that opportunity, that blessing, I would gladly take it. You know, I don't. This is out of everything I've done. Like, I wanted to win the lotto and buy my term out in the Marine Corps. You know, 400 grand or whatever my death bonus is to the family or whatever. I wanted to buy that out and just get out early. There's certain jobs I wanted to walk away from. Like I worked for a sister company for Boeing. Not Boeing, but a sister company. I'm not gonna name drop them, you know, certain things. But I pushed airplanes, the Dreamlifter operation over there that flies plane parts to and from the airports, and you gotta drive this Batmobile up and plug into the front of the plane and pull it to the runway.
Right.
And when you're drifting sideways in a blizzard, with
Okay.
that thing plugged in, and you're watching that plane wing come up on a berm, and you know, so you're gonna have a panic attack. You know, I never wanted really. I did it. I never really wanted to. I don't want to leave this. I love this. Weed it's beautiful, and I'm watching people get off other things. There's
This
not
is
just me.
This is a huge meth area as well. I
Yeah.
mean, there's a long time where
I've seen people,
this area
their
was
hands shaking and whatnot,
Well, no,
and then now they're stable.
literally, dude. This is like you say, Northern California. This was meth capital, Minnesota,
I believe
for the
it.
longest time. I mean, hopefully it's still not.
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been out of the game.
Right.
But I know 15, 20 years ago, it was heavy,
Right.
like bad. So,
Right. Yeah. No. This.
no, it's
It's-
good that like
It's a poison.
it's turning around. Like I would say weed has helped cleaning up the other drugs.
Absolutely. No. Definitely.
Let alone helping people to sober up off of them.
When I went cold turkey, I think I was just in the mindset of not doing it anymore. It's like just as long as I had some bud, I'd be fine. You know, then I know
where
I
it
could
starts.
eat. I know I could sleep, and just as long as I had some bud, I'd be fine. You know, at least with keeping myself off drinking all the time out on the coast. As long as I had bud, I was fine. But you know, it was hard to come by at first out in this state, so relapsing is just easy. But anyways,
We
you know,
really like their spirits here in
Yeah.
Minnesota. That's for sure.
it's great. This place is magical. It's healing. I found love in this state. I didn't find her in this state. She was out of state, but this state solidified things, and it was beautiful. You know, my marriage fell apart, yeah, but this state fixes things on a different level. Maybe it's the ice.
It's the water.
It's the water.
It's the water. No joke.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, I
Spend
believe
some
it.
time down by the lake.
It's healing. You know, this state, it brings.
Smoke, rolling up. It's okay. Roll one up.
Yeah, you know,
rolling up.
I've
Get your lawn chair, pop it out, go.
Like-
You don't even gotta put your feet in the water, man.
Right.
Just-
Exactly.
Just go sit down there.
Exactly. Like I discovered
And
my love for
give it a
this
while.
in the Bay Area. You know, I'll name drop my boy Christian Mitchell, man. We know him. I served with him. That he's a good man. I'm proud of him. He just kind of chill with it and whatnot. Out there in the Bay Area, out there in Sacramento and whatnot, just rolling on the daily. And it was like he kind of brought me back into the peace side of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my childhood was hell with it.
Mm-hmm.
But getting out of the Corps and being a little sketchy about it, because, you know, okay, now I'm free and whatnot. And it was beautiful then how he did it, you know, and he kind of gave me a good foundation in it, I guess. And then being behind that counter and just thinking on all aspects of it and whatnot. Now I get to spread this. I get to spread the love. I get to watch
helping.
people stop drinking. And so what do? When I start discovering this, I start talking to my best friend, who's an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And this is the part where I might get choked up, so everybody excuse me. But, Aaron Joel Lay, I miss you. I met him, our friendship was forged in the sky, literally. As poetic as it is, you know, as simple as it is, it was in an airplane, a little puddle jumper.
Okay.
From Charleston or whatever, North Carolina, to Jacksonville, North Carolina, I believe. Camp Johnson was the base over there, which is historically, I believe, where they started first training the female Marines when the Marine Corps first started out.
Mm.
And
All right.
unfortunately so, back in segregation times, it was also the only base that they would train the coloreds as well. So it was a historical spot. But
Okay.
on the way there, the wings are flapping. And I'm fine, because when I enlisted, I wanted to, anyways.
Sure.
You know, I wanted something bigger to take me, because the willpower and the energy it takes to take yourself is too big.
Mm-hmm.
It's too great. And a few attempts under my belt myself. It's exhausting, especially if you fail. If you fail an attempt, it is exhausting. But beside the point, our friendship's forged in the sky. I'm not scared of falling out of the sky. Lay's sitting next to me, and he's white knuckling it, and he's looking up at the ceiling, and I'm like nudging him. I'm like, dude, the wings are flapping. He's like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, no, look, we're gonna die. You know?
You were that guy.
I am that guy. I am.
You're having a hard time.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Yeah. First time? wait till the engines fall off. Shut the fuck up.
Nice.
No. So anyways, it turns out we were in the same barracks room that night, and just to kind of make up for it, I bought him dinner. And it really solidified our friendship. Like, no shame. Just to save time to get to where we were going, we'd go back to back in the shower. You know, oh, it was gay. Dude, the first 4 months of the Marine Corps, you're showering naked with 76 other dudes.
Mm-hmm.
It's gay.
Right.
It's the gayest, straightest place on the planet.
Yeah.
Okay? It is what it is. All right? So to save time, we go back to back, past the bar
Act like most of you guys, and most of them in there are old football players that ain't used to it
is
anyways.
like whatever. Yeah, so you like bananas? Oh, he's so good. You know? It is what it is. Whatever.
I didn't know that bananas came that
Right?
small.
So, my brother, Lay, you know, I forged the closest bond out of all that shit with, you know.
I heard the Marines is real easy too. So
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
everybody should try it.
Okay.
Everybody, you forget, dude, the best part?
Yeah.
You forget your name in basic training.
No shit.
Yeah, it's the best thing.
Dude,
you forget who you are.
for real? Are you
Yeah.
being serious?
Yeah, I'm being serious.
Okay,
At least
because
I.
that's
At
fucking
least
crazy.
me. No, successful.
No, I would
brainwashing.
expect it to be.
Oh, this is great. I'm sitting there.
Now
I'm
the
cleaning.
crayon eating thing makes way more sense.
No, for real, dude. So I'm sitting there. I'm cleaning my rifle. I got it broken down and whatnot. The DIs are out of the squad bay or whatnot, and we got a few other recruits in the whiskey locker, which is the cleaning supply closet, and they find a list of all our names. And for fun, they start calling them out. And some people react and whatnot, cleaning, and they get to me. You know, do I want to train? Yeah, Trevor Kendall. Yeah, know me, right? So they call me. It's like, Trevor Kendall. I'm scrubbing. I'm like, who the fuck's that? Trevor Kendall. I'm like, that's. I set my shit down. I was like, it's really fucking familiar, you know? And then they call it one more time. Trevor Kendall. And then it clicks. And that little tear comes down. Like, that's me.
Mm.
That's who I am, you know. They successfully brainwashed me in the Corps, at least. to forget what my name was, because
Wow.
it was just you,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
like successful. It took a lot to get my name back. And what's the worst thing, the horrible thing, is if I do anything, you know, I get passionate one day, and I do something that gets me in the news. It's not my name. I sacrificed my name.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be United States, you know, Marine Corps veteran. Nobody gets to know me, and that's kind of a reason why I'm here too, because it's not a United States Marine that took himself out. It was my brother. He got low one night, and I begged him. My wife and I established boundaries because we wanted him to come out here too, like experience the love of this.
Mm-hmm.
Experience the love of this, please. You know, he was a bartender. Wrong mix, wrong crowd. You know, he's a bartender. Come out here. You know, let me take care of you for a bit. As straight as gayest place on the planet, right? But as pure, as wholesome, whatever, call it gay, as pure and wholesome as this sounds,
I call it normal, but keep
Lay was
going.
the only man that I truly loved,
Mm-hmm.
through and through. And I just wanted to take care of him one last time. And, you know, I'm not throwing disrespect at that place, but I don't feel like they took care of him. And we spoke of boundaries. The wife and I, we talked about it, like, you can't be drinking here. And he would say, like, I know he wasn't ready, but he would say, like, what if I just go out and drink? I don't bring it home. I was like, that's not the point. You're still going to be drunk when you get back here.
Right.
You're still bringing it into our home. It's a sanctuary that we have established through all the shit that we've both been through. My wife is a disowned pastor's daughter. There's a whole bunch of shit that comes with that in and all of its own.
Mm-hmm.
I got my own shit. We can't have that shit anymore because I went cold turkey. And I know, at least in my weakness for my brother, I'm not going to let him go through that alone, at least if we're face to face. So Lay gets low the night of the October the 26th. I have a nightmare this night. But I know he's drinking this night. And it took me a minute to get all the pieces together. But from what I understand, he was pretty plastered. After establishing these boundaries of coming to our home, I know he wasn't ready, but god damn it, I wish he was. He goes up to his room. Not only does he grab his piece, but he grabs our unit coin. 5th Battalion, 11th Marines, 1st Marine Division. You know, HIMARS, Launcher Battalion. We have a coin. I don't have it with me. I haven't gotten it yet. I'm working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because he had us in his pocket that night. But he didn't reach out. So he comes down and whatever happens, happens. And Lay ends his life in front of a group of people. And I know he was drunk. All the evidence is there. I can't stand alcohol anymore. This is the catalyst. Like, it makes me sick even more now. But he had us in his pocket that night. And I know our bond was great because I dreamt of him that night. I dreamt he hurt himself and he was bleeding and I was holding him. And I was screaming at everybody to at least come over and help him. And yeah, it was just a dream. But in my path of spirituality, I feel like I was there in some way. If he went as far to have us in his pocket, and I had that nightmare the same night, I had to have been there. You know, all I wanted him to do was stop. I had my moment of clarity. Where was his? I felt like I was too late. I found out a few days later. Me and my other brothers that we served with we were a few days late. We missed his funeral. It's nobody's fault. I'm not blaming anybody, but I am infuriated that the bond we had, and I was the last to know. I missed the gun salute. I missed the autopsy. I missed the announcement. It's nobody's fault, but I'm betrayed, and with my PTSD and my trauma and shit, I went as far as to calling my old chain of command because I feel like I need to atone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm helping a community, I feel. Maybe that's tooting my own horn. I'm just selling weed. I'm selling love. I'm trying to sell love.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to help everybody in some way because nobody deserves to go through all that bullshit. You know, the illegal mix of this plant. It's a plant. Like Reagan and Nixon's time period. Dude, amongst other things, you know, it's a plant. It could have saved my brother. It's saving everybody else. And like I said, I was too late, and I went and I called my old chain of command because I feel like I need to atone. Where's my penance? You know, Lay was a good listener, a good talker, a wonderful brother. We never made love, but from what I heard from his relationships, he was a good lover, right? No, great guy. So, you know, respectfully, fuck you, Lay, for leaving me so soon. But, no, I miss him. And there's a handful of us that miss him, too. And the ones that are left, you know, I gotta keep a lot of them at a distance. And I don't want to. You know, this has made me reach out way more. You know, I've lost the closest one. And all I feel like is atoning. And I don't want anybody else to lose themselves to alcohol or whatever. So I could be annoying, you know, to each their own.
Mm-hmm.
I quit fucking drinking.
Right.
You know? Quit drinking. It almost took my health. It took my best friend. It almost took my mother's life. I made myself look like a fool because of alcohol. I took emergency leave to go get my mother because her husband at the time, bless his heart, he's dead now. Her husband at the time got plastered one night, got in a fit, and decided to beat the fuck out of my own mother.
Mm-hmm.
And drag her across that whole house. And I was ready to kill him. I didn't get hands on him. The forces of nature got their hands on him. He went by fire.
Okay.
But that was my
Sounds
mother.
just to me.
Yeah, right? Right? So alcohol. She hates it. I hate it. I hate it more so now. But yeah, I made myself look like a fool just to go get my mom because, I mean, I didn't see it at the time. I was drinking at the time, but, you know, point of the rant, alcohol is shit. Weed is better. Don't do hard drugs, kids. You know, I don't want it to be another veteran. This is Aaron Joel Lay. You know, April 1993 to October 2025. He's not just another vet. We do too much. We've done too much. We've sacrificed our name. And the ones at the top that are pulling the strings, they ain't gonna give a fuck. So, quit shitting on a plant. Like, it's a poison you're consuming. Quit shitting on a plant that's historically medicinal.
Mm-hmm.
You can go back to a lot of different ancient scripts. I mean, you're not going to find it in the Bible, obviously. That's been edited way too many times. But you can find it in a bunch of other little texts and things. It's been here forever, and it's only advanced, and it's only getting better.
Mm-hmm. It's safer.
I gotta thank my mother for at least letting me be born into the mix, as shitty as it was to start with. But it came around. The scars are there. The boundaries have to be set. You know, I'm not casting anyone like my mother out of my life. I just...
Mm-hmm.
There's apologies that have to be made. Not by me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I got my point across there. I rambled around.
No,
I said I'd get back to the Marine Corps later. There's a bunch of things I'd hit on later. I got my point across, I feel.
You're definitely making it crystal clear why you love being where you're at right now.
Yeah.
Because you're getting to help people. The ones been there.
Yeah.
And you're getting to help people, and you're gonna help people. You're gonna help save people. You're gonna. I know that. You know that. I know.
Yeah,
I know
no,
you see that every day. Every
that's
day.
all I
Every
want.
day. Every day you get to do what you're doing now.
I had,
and
in the midst of me drinking,
mm-hmm.
you know, I took a fistful of shrooms one night. I don't know how much I took. I don't know,
Enough.
enough.
Definitely enough.
Oh, it was nasty. So dry.
Mm.
So dry. You know, I don't want to get religious. I want to be spiritual here. You know. But one night, you know, in the midst of all this, Stephen, thank you for homing me up in your basement during this time, my low time. But no, after the divorce, I was living in a basement for a bit. A buddy of mine I served with, another one. I was drinking in his basement, you know, alone to my demons, and you know, smoking, getting plastered, getting crossfaded, as we call it, as everybody calls it.
Great band, by the way.
Yeah.
Great band.
I took this fistful of shrooms, and spiritual, right? Your universe comes to you at your moment of weakness. Comes to you through
Mm-hmm.
your poisons. So I'm butt naked under my desk, right, in the basement.
Okay.
So from an outside perspective, like, this guy's tweaking. I'm crying in fetal position underneath my desk in this basement.
So you were having a great time on
Great
this show.
time, right? I'm floating through the cosmos in my head.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I said, if you're looking at me like he's on something.
Yep.
I was. No, I was floating through the stars in the cosmos, and it just kept getting darker and darker. And I was alone. You know, it's not a death experience. I've had 2 of those, near death. Excuse me. You know, meth. I've bled out once. No need to get into that. But in this midst, I'm floating through the stars, and suddenly it just gets really dark.
Mm-hmm.
Really dark. I don't hear anything. And, you know, like I said, I want to be spiritual, just for respect for anyone watching, because there are those out there that are coming to terms with certain aspects of religion that are wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I get that. I'm conscious of that. So this was my creator. This was my universe.
Mm-hmm.
At least the void I came from before birth. I got to experience my own love for the first time in my birth suit. My birthday suit, right? All I was held, I was cradled. I was told it was okay. And essentially I was loved, but there was 3 things I had to do. I had to know myself and spread that. You know myself, love myself. I wrote that, like, I drew this out somewhere, and it's filed away. But, like, as I'm, like, crying and whatnot, it's, like, tear-stained and everything, but I drew this thing out, and it was, like, the infinity sign.
Okay.
A figure 8.
Yep.
Like, I had to know myself. I got to stay true to myself, you know. I was being taught love in this moment. And, you know, so I wrote down that infinity sign. Another aspect of what I was told was I need to take care of my family. I was under the influence, so this could have just been my own insecurities and things like that coming into mix if you look at it rationally from like a medicinal, medical perspective, because there's different perspectives to everything. So I could have just been under the influence, under my own poisons and things like that, obviously, but, you know, take care of my own. I failed on one part. Lay's gone. Didn't get to him in time. And then what's fucked up is in the midst of this trip, I was told I had one more fight by my own stars. I was told I had one more fight. One more battle. Again, under the influence. I know how to be wrong. But I had one more fight that was going to take me. So my poisons told me that I had one more fight, or my creator, whatever, open mind, that I had one more fight. So now I'm just agnostic and questioning, but I know one thing for sure. Everybody needs to know love. Everybody needs to know peace. And there's a lot that goes into that. You know, I got my own opinions. You know, we could throw pedophiles into the mix. I don't think those are human. I don't think those are human. You know, you can step on them. That's
They're
fine.
not. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, yeah, they're not. My most common thing is they don't deserve oxygen,
No, they don't.
but I digress.
Yeah. At least for
No, so yeah, no, dude. That's heavy, bro.
yeah.
That's heavy, man. No, and I'm really glad that you wanted to come and
Could
tell.
could we take a bathroom break for a sec?
We are back to recording.
All right.
So yeah, man. It's getting to be about that time where we gotta put a wrap up on the show. Gotta get going. Gotta get to the bus stop. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
So I'm gonna say one last. Was there one more thing you wanted to get out real quick?
No,
One last thing.
essentially with the weed, I'd say stop drinking. You know, smoke some weed if you can, if your lungs can take it, whatever. To each their own. Love yourself. Yeah, I could go on bunny trails forever, but again, I lost my best friend to alcohol, and I just wanted him to stop drinking. And he's not just another veteran added to the list. This was Aaron Joel Lay. I knew him as Lay. And,
Can we do something real quick? Let's say Aaron Joel Lay
yeah.
was his name. Hit producer.
Yeah,
What was his name?
Aaron Jolet.
Thank you. If you're watching this, I want you to say his name out loud. Because these guys they sign up for a thankless job. The least we could do is remember them for who they are. So, thank you.
Thank you.
That being said, man, no, thank you for coming on. And it's clear to see what drives you. And that's really the soul of what I want to do here and what I'm trying to showcase.
Yeah.
And
I just want to spread love. That's all. The weed's helping.
the whole world could use a little more of it,
Yeah.
you know, especially right
Take
now.
out a pedophile, smoke some weed.
We get behind that sentiment here. So, that being said, man, thanks for coming on. Don't stop
course.
what you're doing, man.
No,
Keep
of
helping
course not.
people, and you are helping people. Remember that. Like, I want you to remember that, man, because there's people that I know there's people coming in and that's the man that helps. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would hope so. I just feel like I don't want to toot my horn too much. There's a level of pride and maybe a little vanity that comes with that. And
Well, you should be.
moderation is the
You
key
should be
to
proud,
being
though. You should be proud of what you're doing. That's
Yeah.
that's the point. Is
There
you're
is.
you're helping.
There's a level of proudness.
You're getting to help. You're getting to help a lot of people. Whether
Well,
they know it or whether you know it or realize it, it's happening, and that's the beautiful thing about this plant,
Right?
cannabis. It is nature's recovery.
Nowadays.
No need to say more.
Right? No need to say more.
So, all right.
That's it.
We'll see you next time. Thank you for coming on.
Of course.
Hell yeah.
We're good.
Watch me as I